Hey everyone! Welcome to Saturday Morning Toytoons, a lively edition of the weekly live stream here on my channel in which we all gather around the modern day campfires of our computer monitors, iPhone screens. Oh, who else makes phones? Samsung? I don't know. How's everybody doing, man? It's been a crazy week here for me. I did something really stupid, and as a result, I got a lot more productive. Yeah, loosely. Just to put it, I don't know how to put it. How should I put it? I went off my meds. Literally went off my meds. And all of a sudden, I'm getting everything done. All the things done. Except for, you know, making videos for this channel. But that's next on the list. It's so exciting. I've got so much great stuff coming down the pipe. I've got footage shot for 3 of the turnaround videos that are exclusive to members of this channel. So if you're interested in becoming a member of the Poser Posse, do so immediately. You'll be supporting the channel and providing me all the cool things that I need, including access to StreamYard, which I'm not using right now. This song is freaking wild, dude. What's this called? Arcade Wave. Sounds like a new genre of music. Definitely a new genre of music. Really excited for Arcade Wave. Oh, speaking of which, I've got a big decision to make this week. Do I or do I not continue to collect the Replicade arcade games from New Wave Toys? I have quite a few. I've got like 6 or 8, something like that. But they just announced a few weeks ago that they're going to be doing Berserk and Frenzy, which are kind of 2 different versions of the same game, or like 2 different incarnations of the same game, 2 generations of the same game. Evolution, Frenzy. Anyway, and they've also got those really cool Coke machines and the new Coke machine, and I think Food Fight is coming down the pipes. They're not really doing any of the games that I played a lot as a kid, but I do like the idea of having a 6-scale arcade in my studio, which is something that I got done today. I've come a long way with putting up shelves, decorating that studio. I'm going to be hanging up like a bunch of framed album covers with the albums still in them. Yeah, it's been a busy week. The bedroom's almost done, or at least it was until I started moving stuff out of it into the studio. So everything's just all in a frenzy. I'm a little berserk, you might say. Anyway, crazy week. Interesting episode of Ahsoka aired today. I found it rather lackluster. But that might just be me. So maybe you guys have alternate opinions. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Feel free to talk about Ahsoka in the chats. I think we can probably do away with any spoilers this week. I mean, there's bound to be somebody in the chats who hasn't watched the show yet, I'm guessing. But I think it's probably fair to go ahead and talk about the first 2 episodes that aired back to back the week before. So yeah, let's talk about that. How are you guys feeling about Ahsoka? I'm enjoying it, but I'm not excited the way that I usually get when I'm watching a Star Wars television show, and I don't know why that is. I'd like to get to the bottom of it. Maybe you guys can offer me some suggestions. Today's coffee is a limited batch from Trader Joe's with a shot of Buffalo Trace, because I've had a weird morning. I've had a headache all morning. Started after about an hour after I got up, and it was just an incapacitatingly heavy headache. I took 4 ibuprofen. That was not enough, so I took 3 Tylenol on the top of that, and then added that shot of whiskey to my coffee in hopes that A, it would help kill the pain, and B, it might make me more fun. Jury's still out on whether that last part happens, so we'll talk about that. In addition, I added stickers to the Apple Box. Isn't that fun? Yeah. All the cool Sideshow show, now deceased, late and lamented Sideshow shows are that represented there, as am I, as is Black Rabbit Coffee Company from my hometown of Coffeen, Illinois, or Hillsborough, Illinois, sorry. Sweetwater, of course, is where I buy most of my musical gear, and Fear from Afar and Horror Flying High are 2 really fun short films by producer Michael. Yes, Michael Hellard has become a sort of amateur filmmaker, and he's having a really good time with it. He's done 3 short films so far, and I've seen 2 of them. And they're a lot of fun. They're very, very cool. He basically uses his family and friends as the stars of the show. I can't even remember if there's audio. There's probably audio, and I just watched it with the volume down. That is something that I would do if I was busy. Anyway, today, I'm going to be opening up this guy. Just kidding, I've already opened him. But I'm going to open him again and pose him up live at the top of the hour. And if there's room... Still in the box, so I'm not going to show you a cardboard box because cardboard boxes are no fun. I noticed in the chats before I went live, I was going to pose up Jango Fett because I've got a place for Jango on a shelf now. But somebody said, I hope it's Tony. And I was like, I've got a Tony figure. Why not? Yeah. Some Tony Stark action immediately following the Mark 7. I know it's the Mark 42 movie, but whatever. Actually, Iron Man 3 is the superior of the most superior of the 3 Iron Man films. Superior Iron Man. My favorite Iron Man title was Infamous Iron Man by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev, in which Tony Stark was incapacitated and Dr. Doom decided he wanted to be Iron Man. Whole lot of fun. Whole lot of fun. Really hoping somebody does a collectible statue or 6-scale figure of Infamous Iron Man, because wow, what a great book. I'm getting the giggles just thinking about it. Anyway, I want to say hi to everybody in the chats. Let's go ahead and head up to the top of the screen. Looks like Bad Wolf Media was the first in the chats. He's going to be a little bit late. Obviously that means that he had an early morning photo shoot to take care of, because he is, above all other things, a photojournalist, and a damn fine one. Steve131 from across the big pond is here. How's it going, Steve? That wasn't my attempt at an English accent. I'd like to think that even I could do a better British accent than... And there's so many different British accents, right? Yeah. There's like the accent from every region of England, a unique accent for every region of England and even Scotland. And then there's the accent that's me trying to do one of those. And not nailing any of them. Anyway, so Steve, your wife is a teacher? I should have married a teacher. Teachers are good people. You did well. You did well. Instead, I married a... How would I define that? Middle management workaholic. Yeah. Keith Lee is here, my fellow St. Louisan by way of Montreal. Good to see you. I've been seeing you. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of you lately. Hey, you want to go get a cheeseburger? I'm totally gonna go get a cheeseburger today. I'm heading to Max Local Eats, which makes the best cheeseburgers in the world. I will fight you on that. I will die on that hill. I will so die on that hill. Mr. Mom Collectibles is here and is looking forward to this unboxing. Praise indeed, because your shit's good. Steve Nara is here. We got all the Steves in the house. Congratulations. I guess because there actually are other people at your office here, then you're able to actually watch this. Oh, did I forget? I totally forgot to put on the closed captions. So for those of you who need to be watching these things on silent, I totally apologize. Sorry for that. Oh. Hello, everyone. Happy Labor Day weekend for us U.S. people. Right back at you, Bitter Troll. I don't know why I thought you were Canadian. Probably because I know you from Bitter Asian Dude, and I just assumed that all bitter people are from Canada. But no, that's just Paul, who's only bitter because he didn't win. There was a bank holiday over there. Congratulations. Pierre P is here from Florida. Good to see you too, sir. Happy Labor Day. I don't even know when holiday weekends happen because I work from home and I make my own schedule. So I go ahead and work on the holidays. Frankly, most of the time I consider holidays to be amateur night, so I actively avoid interacting with people who only actually get out to party on holidays. St. Patrick's Day, that's one of them. That's a big one. 4th of July. Ooh, don't even get me started. Well, that's an idea. I just might. The purpose of these posing sessions that I'm doing live is ideally, not always, but ideally, to establish a baseline pose that will eventually, over the course of hours or days or even a week, will be finalized and then put up onto my shelf. Those things are all obviously going to be subject to turnarounds, which again are only going to be offered to channel members, which is a fun part. I think that's a fun perk. Do not toys made of Pepper Potts? Is that a custom thing? Oh, did Hot Toys make a Pepper Potts? Yes, they did, in the form of the rescue suit. And they also made a Pepper Potts from Iron Man 3 that you could either get on its own or with the Iron Man Mark 9, which is the suit that she jumped up and punched through and, you know, the arm wrapped around it. So you could get like that arm that would go over her arm so that she could just stand there looking all badass and all extremist out. Extremist out. That needs to be a thing. That needs to be a shirt. There we go. Was Bitter Troll that said he hopes it's Tony and Steve. It's not going to be Steve. It's going to be Tony. But I don't think I have a Steve. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've still got the in-game Captain America, but that's the closest thing I've got to a Steve Rogers. I've had the 2-pack of Stealth Strike Suit and Steve Rogers from Winter Soldier twice. Christina Payne is breeding the paint already. Wow. Got her on time. What got you out of bed early in the morning? Do I want to know? Yeah, keep that to yourself, girl. Kumar is here from Malaysia. What's going on, bro? Good to hear from you. Haven't checked out Instagram much the past couple weeks, so I'm assuming that you've done some pretty excellent things on there. If you're not following Kumar on Instagram, then you should. The man's got posing dialed, and he knows how to style up a DTOF. It's the stuff he does, the way that he is able to integrate multiple figures into a DTOF shelf and doing it in a way that doesn't look crowded is remarkable to me. Good stuff, Kumar. Keep it up. I always get excited when I see one of your posts. Okay, that's just saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. Luis is here. Luis Cascavilla? I think it's Escavilla, right? That's where the accent is. Anyway. So many Lees. I love that you guys just converse. That sense of community. Is it too much to ask for both? That's why I'm drinking both coffee and whiskey this morning. Funny thing happened. I stopped. I was weighing myself every day, just monitoring my weight, and as I was dropping weight and everything. And I stopped about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I just hadn't checked my weight in days and days and days. And I got on the scale this morning when I got out of bed, and I put on almost 10 pounds. Oops. Sorry. Rob Perisho is here. Always good to see Rob in the house. Morning all. It's that time again. Fun and games for children of all ages with the Sex Puppets. I love revisiting Warren Ellis too. You know, I gave you guys homework and I completely forgot to do the homework myself. But then nobody did it anyway, right? Right? I can't even remember what it was. I think there was an album and there was a book. And was there a movie or a show? I gotta start taking notes, man. I gotta get organized if I'm ever gonna actually be a full-blown professional YouTuber. It's really hot in here, so I'm gonna turn up the air conditioning. So, yeah. Is it hot, or is it just my coffee? Don't know. Desmond Hassing is here. Hello, Desmond. Just want to let you know, James Bond made it safe and sound. I will be breaking him out and shooting some silly photos later today. I feel like that's the best use of that figure is silly photos. So congratulations on you for coming to that resolution, and I look forward to seeing what you do with that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad you're happy with it, man. It's a really cool figure, just not in my wheelhouse, and I wasn't allowed to sell it, so you're the lucky winner. Yeah, dude, you should be coming too soon. Too soon? You should be coming soon, but we all know how long it takes stuff to get from St. Louis to Montreal. Evidently it takes longer to get there than it does to get to California, but... Well. God. Brandy Woods, always busting my balls. Hope everyone's having a great... I'm having a great Saturday morning, dude. Oh, Simo's here. Hey, John. Dude! I still gotta watch that latest in progress making of, I don't know what you call it, the video that you sent of your most recent artwork. Your stuff keeps getting better and better. Is Simo your Instagram? Because people should be following your Instagram too. You do a lot of fun stuff. That's not typically my wheelhouse, but I do enjoy it all the same. Laura Quiles has joined us. Hello, Laura. How's Willow doing? Willow's your cat, right? I want to say that Willow's your cat. I love that photo that you posted. Bit worried watching this stream today. I may end up looking for this guy since the Mark 7 is my favorite. Sweet. I know what you meant. That's fine. Yeah, I've got all three. Oh. I should totally have brought those out because I have both the Midas suit and the Mark 7 suit on display in my bedroom. By the way, I did a turnaround video of the Megatron figure, which is now my favorite Transformers figure from 3.0. And I'm really baffled because it's missing a piece, and for the life of me, I can't figure out where this piece goes. I've been working at this for days, trying to figure out where this piece goes. It's the cool thing about the 3.0 Megatron is that I have not yet found a piece that isn't breakaway, that isn't designed to pop off and be put right back on. Same thing for the Optimus Prime from the same film, from Revenge of the Fallen. Those guys are smart. Those guys are smart. I really, really admire 3.0 for everything that they do. Everything that they do. TK421 is here. What's up, Chris? Man, dude, you're cranking out the videos. Check out his channel. It's a lot of fun. As we all know, his channel is in my top 5. Videos aren't too long. They're to the point. They're very enthusiastic. And he's very, very, how do I want to say this? Prolific. Dude churns out some content, man. I don't know how you do it. But, yeah, good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, Renz Tolentino is here, and I don't think there's a person in the comments here, in the chats, that doesn't know about his work. In fact, I was probably the last one to know about his work. I can't remember who finally brought him to my attention, but it's somebody with whom I converse on a regular basis. So I'm going to go with Steve Nara, perhaps, or Keith Lee. Not sure, but dang, great stuff. Great stuff. You're a very talented dude, man. Really appreciate you. 14 Wellington is also here. Wild Terry. I blame the bourbon. Oh God, am I skipping anybody? I just want to say hello to everybody here and then jump right in. If I can get started unboxing stuff early today, that would be a lot of fun. Are you ready for jazzercise? It really does say that, right? Look, I can tell that I'm drinking whiskey because my cheeks are getting flushed. Oh God. It's true. It's true. We lost a member. I can't remember who it was. Remember. Can't get remember without member. Well, apparently you can. Or you can't. I don't know. More stickers. Not sure what to do with these. Are these fun? It's good to have friends. Yay! That is isn't that a crazy cool Fennec Shan riff? Let's get that over there. That's a lot of fun. I love this. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the kind of guy who would go out and buy a laptop just to put stickers on it. But there might be a laptop in my future. Just for these. Man. That's what these are reserved for. That's what these are reserved for. I've got some cool trinkets here that I'm thinking about doing in giveaways, but I really feel like doing little tiny things in giveaways is kind of like cheaping out. So I'm up in the air. What do you guys think? Like, if I were to say, give away this cool little pin that refuses to come into focus. There we go. I'm gonna try to get that caught in the light, which is a sideshow pin from SDCC 2022, otherwise known as the last time that Sideshow ever went to Comic-Con so far. And then it's Kevin Smith ripping open his shirt, and instead of the Superman S logo, it is the Sideshow S logo. You'll just have to take my word for it because my camera's being persnickety. But if I were to offer up, that almost made it into the coffee. If I were to offer up stuff like that as a giveaway, would you guys think it was too cheesy? Would you say no to free stuff if the free stuff is really, really small and stuff that I got for free? For instance, like this Stanley pin that says Stan Lee forever in the Marvel font. Just little things like that. Are you guys down for that? Because it's just gathering dust or taking up room in my drawers. Not those drawers, you sickos. Anyway, moving right along. So tell me what you think of that. And here in about 7 minutes, I'm going to unbox something. Not what you think. Anybody else? Austin Pierce, in for a penny, in for a pound. Apparently I'm in for 10 pounds. Almost 10 pounds. AJ Agrusa is here and he brought his beard. Still got it right. You'll never shave that off. That's a part of you now. It's a hair. I've got hair going into my coffee. And it's still attached to my head. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Speaking of arcade games, I'm now having Joust 2 flashbacks. I hope they make that game. That would be really swell. Not sure why there must be some licensing issues with, say, was that a Midway game? I feel like that's a Midway game. It is a Midway game. And they have yet, New Wave Toys has yet to make a New Wave machine into 6-scale arcade cab form. Oh, man. I hope they're pursuing that. And if they're not, I hope that there's a reason behind it. Like, and I hope it's a damn good one. Like, Midway's basically just like, screw you, we'll do our own. Which will never happen. Are they going to do Rampage? Rampage is also Midway. I think. Yeah, pretty sure the Rampage is also Midway. So, yeah. And let's look at Midway. Let's look at the Midway repertoire. You've got Rampage. You've got Defender. Was Galaga Midway? I don't think Galaga was Midway. But you've got Spy Hunter. You've got so many great games that are Midway based, and until most of my favorites were Midway, I want to say, and until they're able to get that license, man, I'm just like, I'm holding out for that, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. The Ahsoka in Space episode, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I liked that fighter combat. That was a lot of fun. Still no movement on whether Malak, whether or not he's who we all think he is, which I think everybody thinks the Malak is Ezra Bridger. Where's it at? Oh. Does anybody want a nutsack sticker? I'm just gonna start throwing these things in with other stuff that I give away. That'll be fun. Yeah, it's not a lot happened, right? We got to see Jason. I almost said Jason Solo. There's a throwback for you. Yeah, we got to see Jason, so that was cool. I saw a comment somewhere where somebody was complaining about the fact that Jason, despite having a Twi'lek mother, looks he's like human with green hair. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're dealing with a galaxy where people of different species are able to breed. And your gripe is that there's not a clear indicator of each species in one of their offspring. Kind of feels like, genetically speaking, and I did study genetic engineering for like a semester, but so I know almost nothing, is what I'm saying. But it seems to me like rather than being a set die-hard template for how the offspring of a human and a Twi'lek would look, that it would be more along a sliding scale based on each trait's dominant and recessive characteristics. And that would be different from individual to individual. So where you would get one human breeding with a Twi'lek, and the offspring would look very much like a Twi'lek with the Leku and everything. Another one might look more human, and some of that green pigment, the gene for the green pigmentation, may actually come across in the hair color. I mean, you're talking about a franchise, for lack of a better word, a world, a galaxy, in which you can hear sounds in space. Starfighters move like a plane in atmosphere. And your gripe is that's where you draw the line. I don't know. Whiskey makes me want to fight. Yeah, he probably will. Assuming he does a show. I agree, and thank you for spelling Ahsoka properly. I think everybody so far has spelled Ahsoka properly. Nope, there it is. Bitter troll. Oh, Ahsoka Tano. That's what you need to do, Desmond. You need to do something with speech bubbles with Sean Connery, James Bond mispronouncing Ahsoka as Ashoka. Do that. I should have done that. Yeah, dude. It's an action-packed, gorgeous actors. Yeah. And acting from everybody. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got no complaints about the casting at all so far. I hope we get some pretty cool cameos. Not necessarily of characters, but like the way that Jack Black and Lizzo showed up in Mandalorian. Yeah, I want something fun like that to happen. But I don't get that vibe from this show. I don't think we're going to get a lot of fun, silly stuff. I think it's going to be all very, very serious. You can tell because Ahsoka's always got her arms crossed. People are bitching about that. I've lost track of how many Jedi you see in their robes just standing there with their arms crossed. It's just a thing that Jedi do. And apparently even non-Jedi. Part-timers. And a part-timer. I can't do a Sam Witwer Mall to save my ass. Big shock. The third episode of Ahsoka didn't advance the overall story at all, but I did enjoy the training scenes and the battle scene. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this, taking somebody who didn't show any force sensitivity whatsoever and trying to teach her, trying to bring it out in her. I'm trying to understand what the purpose is behind that. I'm intrigued by it. I'm very, very intrigued by it. This is going to take the galaxy someplace that we've never been. It's going to open up new doors, not just for Sabine, if she does indeed prove to be capable of wielding the Force in that way, but very much like what we talked about, what we saw at the end of episode 8 with the boy who was force sensitive and able to like call the broom, just do little minor forcey things on his own. Forcey things. I'm just cranking out the t-shirt ideas in the back of my head today. Anyway, so yeah, that's intriguing. I really want to see where they're going with this. Is Sabine going to wind up being able to develop the telekinetic aspects of force wielders? Was she actually showing intuitive signs during the training sessions with the helmet, with the blast shield covering her face? Or was she just getting lucky? I don't know, but I'm very intrigued to see where Filoni's going with this. I think episodes 3 and 4 could possibly work best together, but I'm letting Filoni cook. Have you seen episode 4? Or are you just conjecturing that episode 4 will kind of become an extension of episode 3? Something I did with my jaw just then reminded me of Michael Sheen on in Tron Legacy. If I'm ever feeling down, I think one of the things that's guaranteed, not the only thing, but one of the many things that's guaranteed to pick me up would be to put that movie on and just watch the end of line sequence at the end of Line Club with Michael Sheen. And That man was just having an absolute blast. And they let him off the chain. And it really, really, really worked. If you haven't seen Tron Legacy, at the very least, just tune in for that segment. But then again, watch it. I don't consider a lot of movies to be perfect movies, but I genuinely consider Tron Legacy to be an absolute perfect movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tread Watch. It's time for Tread Watch. Making me all whimsical and shit. I think it's funny that people have a problem with Dawson's folded arms standing positions. It's almost as if I read your comment before I made my own comments on it. I did not, by the way, just to be clear. I'm just that far behind. Right? How am I supposed to fight? I was like that meme of from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. That was me, like, I understood that reference. Two GIFs. What's this? What's this shit? Oh, big jump in the chats, man. I am so, wow, I've never been more far behind than I am today. Good God, I'm still scrolling up and I can't seem to get up to where I was. 9:30. Somebody was asking about being kicked out. Please don't be upset and throw me out of the group. I have not seen any Ahsoka episodes yet. Work and life stuff taking up my bandwidth. Totally understandable. In fact, I've recently learned about myself that I don't, I'm not really good about doing things episodically, waiting week by week. It's the same reason that I gave up collecting comic books. I couldn't do the month-by-month thing. I know I've talked about it here before, but it is definitely the Tony Stark hour. Hopefully I can keep it under an hour once I start posing. But anyway. Oh, John. Some are disappointing, others are really digging. I'm enjoying it and not trying to overthink it. That's probably wise, but not overthinking things, that's just not in me. Right? Big Dog Pound is here, so is Tommy K. What's up, dude? Canadians represent. That's why the chat's jumped so far. Patrick is here. What's going on, Patrick? Glad to make a rare pop-up on your stream. Hope you are well. I'm so well. I'm a little bit buzzed in more ways than one. I've got caffeine and alcohol in my system because it's just that kind of Saturday. It's a holiday weekend here, so I feel like I get to do that. Oh, dude, I so want a Hu Yang. So want a Hu Yang. It's more than anything. More than anything. 12-inch Moose Dream. Welcome aboard, sir. I know that I've seen you in the chats of other. I know that I've seen your Chick Magnet net handle on the on the chats of other streams. So yeah, welcome to my club. Was I in the middle of saying something about Patrick anymore? Okay, yeah. Hope you're well. By the way, Brandy probably told you Paul Sun-Hyun Lee came to Montreal a month and a half ago, and I saw him. He was awesome. I totally believe that. Paul seems like an awesome guy. I would really love to reenact that scene from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. God, I just called it by its full name. Don't strike me down, geek gods of the geek world. But I really want to do that whiskey drinking contest with him and see which one of us remains standing at the end. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, want to do that? All right, let's talk about that. Let's make a time and do it. For one thing, I'm out of that great hot sauce that I get from there. And they just came out with a new flavor, like an apple flavored one. It's great. James Robinson coming out with the wisdom. Yeah, not really trying to pay attention to fandom. Helps me enjoy things more. Yeah, I kind of divide that into two completely different categories. I enjoy the material. I enjoy, like, say, Ahsoka. And then, not always, but often, I go in the chats just to see how ridiculous some fans can be. And I'm very rarely disappointed by that. God, I hope I'm not skipping anybody here. Ah, treadmill. What's that like? It's like you're running, but you're going nowhere. A lot better on your knees, though. So that's smart. Dude, there you are. And I'm so far behind that you probably got here 30 minutes ago, for all I know. I think TK421 and myself can say you can do an excellent English accent. Yeah? All right. Have you heard me doing it? I'm trying to think of a time out in here when I've tried an English accent. Yeah. The only times that I do it is when I'm trying to do like a Obi-Wan Kenobi impression. Yeah. I think I kind of need to warm up when I do them too. I'm actually sitting here thinking about it. I'm thinking it through like, I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. That wasn't really good. Not my best. That was almost like a combination of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Moff Tarkin, Grand Moff Tarkin. I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct. What was that about a neon sign? Somebody said neon sign. Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, there's actually, in my future, on Etsy, there's a dude who makes neon Flynn's Arcade signs. And he makes them really big. Like 4 feet wide. And I really, really want one, but they're $700. $700. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'll go back and watch it again today. Maybe. Got a lot to do. I'm really enjoying getting shit done. This whole transition from being on the medications that I was on to just like, yeah, I'm just going to turn that switch off and see what happens. And I was expecting the worst. I thought I would like sink down into like a deep depression and start having these crazy bad thoughts again. But no, that didn't happen. Instead, the exact opposite happened, and I feel better than I have in years. And still level. Everything's just so level. I mean, I get angry a little bit easier, but I'm aware of it, so I can just like turn it off. That's delightful, and I believe that. I feel like that's a global phenomenon, at least where those two holidays are celebrated. Oh, dude, you got stickers? Yeah. Actually, I want to bring that up. I'm going to pull this up for those of you who tuned in late. But I've started to throw stickers onto the Apple box that I use for posing figures on. As you can see, I've got some stuff from producer Michael from Sideshow up there. His horror flying high and fear from afar are two of the titles of the titles of two of his short films. I've got all the unsealed and revealed and strike a pose and stuff like that, representing my hometown coffee company, my own ridiculous mug, and Sweetwater. But I've also got Bad Wolf Media stickers around here somewhere that I'm going to throw on there. So if you got stickers that represent your YouTube channel or your Instagram account or whatever, contact me, and I'll have you send them my way, and I will just start plastering everybody's stickers all over that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Are you down with the Hot Toys Silver Centurion suit-up version? So down. So down. I think it's so cool. I'm not getting it because I can't afford them all. And I had to draw the line somewhere. I have all of the armors from Iron Man 3 from that opening lineup of the House Party Protocol attack when they first showed up on screen with, God, who was in the middle? Was Silver Centurion the one that was in? No. Heartbreaker, I think, was the one that was in the middle. But you've got Heartbreaker, you've got Silver Centurion, you've got Starboost. I actually think that Gemini was a better name for that one. You've got Shotgun, you've got Sneaky, you've got, I believe that Midas was one of those. There's 7, and I'm forgetting what the 7th one was right now. I'm actually forgetting what else I named. So that's... Oh, Disco. Disco was the 7th one. And the plan is, I'm going to take these... I don't have one here. Usually I have one here, but I'm going to take these, the clamps from the action stands. I've got a few extras laying around. Some of them are still in boxes with other figures. But I'm going to use the principle behind this, these guitar wall mounts that I have for hanging my guitars in my bedroom. And I'm going to apply the clamp to that general principle. Just basically a block of wood that gets drilled into the wall, another metal segment that comes out, and then into that we'll screw the clamp. And I'm going to have a display. I don't know if it's going to be in the studio over here or if it's going to be in the bedroom over here, but I'm going to have all those guys lined up just as they appeared in that scene in Iron Man 3, and I'm really, really stoked about it. My friend, well, he doesn't know he is, but my friend Jason is going to help me out with that because he's got the wood shop. But yeah, it's going to be fun. God, man, you guys are really prolific today. Yeah, John, I was gonna, I don't know, I had this idea last week that I was gonna pull a Warren Ellis thing and like not really do homework, but do like recommended reading, recommended listening. This week you're encouraged to check out this album by this artist. You're encouraged to check out this comic book. The idea, oh, yeah, that's right. ELFL was the recommended listening. What you think? Anyway, but yeah, just to give us something to talk about, or just try to expose different people to newer things that they may not have checked out otherwise. That's just the idea. It's not really homework. I think that homework is what Autumn and Paul are calling on their channel. That's it. Transmetropolitan was the recommended reading. Yeah, get on that. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang on. Be right back. Okay, I just want to give you guys a tiny taste of the art of Derek Robertson in Transmet. But I don't even know if this is Robertson right here on the back cover. I don't think this is Robertson. I could be wrong. But the inside is Robertson. And it's just... the book is a lot of fun, man. A lot of political commentary in there, a lot of social commentary in there, a lot of speculative fiction. It's just, and the artwork is just so on point. It's really gritty, really edgy. He's got his, what he calls his filthy assistants. Oh God, I may just read some of this today. It would take, I think there were like 77 issues of the book in total. So it's a deep dive. It's gonna take some time. Who's this? Straw Nobi is here. What's going on? Man, that's good to see you. So we got Japan, we got Malaysia, we got England, we got Canada. We got, who else do we have here? Oh, we've got the Netherlands. Yeah. Which I don't know why I thought that you were in Belgium, Anthony, but I did. David Lynch is here. Congrats on the 100th. Is that me? Is this a 100th episode? Is that what you're talking about? I was lucky enough to get the Jack Daniel's Double Barrel Heritage Rye. Well, that's interesting. I don't even know what that is. I'm not that. That's a bit of a deep dive for me. 940. I'm going to have to give up trying to get caught up on the comments. See, I'm just now catching up to the Willow thing. Good God. Chris Cause is here. Good to see Chris Cause. Philly's kind of another country, right? No, not really. Okay. Kunja Club is here. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's been assigned to me. For someday, maybe. Someday. And it would take more of this in order to make that happen. No such thing as a bad giveaway. I love your attitude. I love that attitude. Q comment about Terry's camera. I don't think Mike's here yet. Just do that, yeah. Just give me a busted up laptop. Carrie and Kelly Nerd Corner. That's a new one for me. Good morning, Brother Terry. Good to see you. Have you been here before? First time? Let me know. I need to have like a celebratory sound for first timers, but then that's probably too close to ripping off Paul again. I don't want to do that any more than I already have with this show. Use the force, hit the like button. Thank you, Christina Payne, for remembering to do what I never do. Who's messaging me? Oh, Bob Wagner's messaging me. The Aztec 10. Man, we got a lot of people here today. That explains it. Oh, Gauntlet was another good one. Yeah, that's also a midway game. Can you imagine that cabinet? Can you imagine how cool that would be? And posing 4 6-scale figures around it? What would be good? What would be a good solid 4? A good team of 4. Bad Batch. Bad Batch minus Echo. Just the OG Bad Batch guys. Playing Gauntlets. I'm looking forward to the Hera figure because I want Hera to be playing 1942 or 1943. Right? That'll be fun. Marak. That's another cool. That's the one really cool thing that came out of episode 3 of Ahsoka is that we actually heard his name pronounced, and the inflection is on the latter half of the name. I didn't expect that. I was calling him Merrick, but it's Marak. I think I got that right. 6-scale Mafia is here. What's going on, Anthony? We're having Shiloh on Tuesday to talk about recent announcements. That's cool. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to have to make it a point. Shoot me a reminder message or something like that, because I'm very, very interested in hearing what Shiloh has to say. And because everything they do has me pumped. And if I had more disposable income, I would be buying everything. Missed out on Space Ace. Really sad about that. Tried getting Sideshow to track one down for me, but they're done. They don't have them anymore. They're all gone. Yeah, we haven't talked about my nutsack in a while. I think last time we talked about my nutsack, we were talking about how it's too small to really comfortably hold everything that it needs to hold. So I'm gonna need a bigger nutsack. Which that's gonna be expensive. Nutsacks aren't cheap. You gotta pay for quality. And I've got a quality nutsack. But again, it's too small. Or I'm trying to put too much in it. Yeah. Is it alright? Okay. My nutsack. My nutsack. This is my nutsack. It's a sling bag made by a company called Nutsack. I don't want to freak anybody out. First timers in the show who are like, oh my god, what the Terry? Man, but yeah, it's basically holding everything. My EDC is all just shoved in here. I've got my sunglasses in there. I've got a little tripod for my phone in case I want to do any vlogging or something like that. I've got this tiny little bag in here that contains things like deodorant, drugs. Oh, is this? Yeah. Hand sanitizer. Contents of my nutsack include hand sanitizer, pins, lip gloss, lip balm, not gloss, balm. Just kidding, it's totally lip balm. Gloss, whatever. I have absolutely no paraphernalia in here for smoking weed. It's wild. There we go. Grinder. And, what else? That's probably a little too brazen, right? Oh, look, another unsealed and revealed sticker. I sense a giveaway! Alright, cool. But yeah, tons of stuff. I don't need that grinder. Notepad for writing things on. I'm about to buy another iPad mini. Exciting news, by the way. I have been approached. I can't believe I'm just now bringing this up, but I have been approached by one of my former college professors about the possible. Well, apparently it's not a done deal yet, but we're going to talk about it. But they want, my alma mater wants to do a show of my figure photography. 40 to 50 images in the brand new art gallery that they have on campus. And I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm pretty jazzed. I'm really, really thrilled. It's actually a bucket list item of mine. I was really hoping to get approached about it. And was, I don't want to say hurt, but yeah, kind of irritated by the fact that it hadn't happened yet. But now it's happened. I've been approached about it. So it looks like in 2 years' time, that's how far out they book. But in a couple of years, there very well may be a gallery showing of my work at Webster University in Webster Groves, Missouri. So, which is part of St. Louis. So yeah, that's fun. Really, really stoked about it. Oh, I don't think that theory's new. I've been hearing that theory all along. My first theory was Ezra Bridger. I can also see arguments in favor of Kanan, but I know Filoni well enough to know that he's not going to want to do that kind of an injustice to the character. He's not going to want to bring Kanan back from the dead. It's like, we've seen that in Tron Legacy. That would be exactly what happened with Tron. Spoiler alert. What was Jason supposed to have? Little head wigglers? Well, we've seen that. That's the thing. Hey, what's this? He's here! Yay! James Robinson is here as well. I didn't mean to skip past you, dude, but when Bitter Asian Dude shows up in your chats, you gotta show some enthusiasm. That's actually another gripe that I had. That's probably the number one gripe that I had. I don't like short episodes. I want robust content. Can we just get some lengthy episodes? I like length. And I like big nut sacks. Wow! Let's get past stream past. That's why I'm so far behind. Everybody's saying hi to Paul. No, I'm not making fun of your troll accent. What is your troll accent? I don't even know. Figure posing channel. Well, Terry, basically a species is defined by being able to reprocreate, so it would now be possible to breed humans in Twi'leks. Because it is possible, however, which gene would be dominant is unknown. Correct. And there's also, let's not forget ligers, for instance, and let's not forget mules, which are a crossbreed of horse and donkey. So, shit happens. I don't need the sticker. I already rubbed his nutsack on me. That's true, I did. There's actually photographic evidence of that. Do I still have that photo here? God, I hope I have that photo still. Let's turn off the photo bomb. We don't need that. Crosshair. Wow. Where did it go? I have way too many photos. I need to dump some of these just so I can make it easier to search. Yeah, I can't see. I can't find it. It's not anywhere around here. Overhead, spoilers without context, video, screen record. Okay, no, got nothing. Got nothing. Anyway, moving right along. Let's open something. I'm gonna need like, not a moderator. What do they call like the next level above? I'm gonna need an administrator to actually help field the stuff that I showcase, or the comments that I showcase, because clearly I can't keep track. I can't keep up and still be able to do content. There's something else I was gonna open. Oh, there it is. Isn't this delightful? I think this is delightful. This is a Jedi gear set from Disney that includes a holo projector with 3 figures. You've got you can see here it's let's see, we've got General Grievous, we've got Yoda, and we've got Commander Cody. And you've got a communicator, a comlink, and a pair of macro binoculars. So let's open these up and see how cool they are. That was not a very satisfying click. right, tape. Tape, Paul. All right. So much fun. When I got this, I immediately cast it aside because I looked at it and said, well, those are small. They're like child size. But then I got to looking at the actual on-screen props, and I realized, nope, they're okay. So I'm just going to pop these things all out of here completely, and then showcase the, wow, it's got real heft. I dig it. And some macro binoculars. Oh my God, you can see through them. You can totally see through them. That's exciting. I'm getting text from, what have we got here? Oh! Okay, yeah, here, this is the only way that I'm going to be able to do this, but Mike actually sent me a photo of me rubbing my nutsack on him. And it was hot that day, so it's entirely possible that my nutsack was sweaty. I don't know. Okay, so this is... Dudes! Do I have a screwdriver handy? I've just recently repositioned a lot of my tools. And so I don't think I have an actual screwdriver at my desk right now. I think they're all in the office. Is there a screwdriver on this? There is. That's rad. I think this will work. No, too deep. Too deep. Pity. Oh, but I do had... Nope, that's gone too. I had a multi-tool in here, but it's gone too. Anyway, I was going to try to maybe get the batteries going on in this. Yeah, they don't come with it. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out some other way of making that happen. And this is like some seriously high security stuff that you have to go through to access. It's plastic locked together with tape. Totally Paul-proof. It's a good thing I'm doing this and not you, because you'd never get into it. In fact, I may not. Come on, man. By the way, it's good to see you here, Paul. I guess this means that you will be doing a show tomorrow? Maybe? Check my nutsack. That's where it used to be. And I've since taken it out of the nutsack to use. That's the unfortunate thing that happened with my nutsack, is that my nutsack is meant to carry certain things with me when I leave the house. Got it. Terry 1, tape 0. Alright. I love throwing things over my shoulder. It's one of my reasons for living. And these things are just... I hate it when they lock things into the clamshells so tightly that you fear breaking them when you remove them. I understand the... Yoda just took a flying leap, which is something... Actually, that's screen accurate, now that I think about it. Alright, so there's a Yoda hologram. Let's get this General Grievous out of here. And... Commander Cody. Feeling rusty after missing so many? Dude, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I understand. Like, if you threw me in front of a camera right now and said, okay, let's do an episode of Unsealed and Revealed, I'd be like, what's that? What did we do on that show? One of these days I'm going to be overzealous when I throw something over my shoulder and it's going to take out, like, Gamora or something. Yeah, speaking of Gamora, something that's happened with me, I keep buying statues. I mean, we all know that I got Psylocke, the premium format, which kind of prompted me to get other things. I got Storm, so the X-Men collection continues to grow, and I'm on the cusp of getting a Nightcrawler, and that would do it. That would wrap it up for me. I can't think of any other X-Men that I would absolutely have to have. But who's on the way? I don't even remember what I've ordered. You might have a problem. if that's something that you can say. There's something on the way. Oh! Asajj Ventress. Yeah, the Mythos Asajj Ventress statue by Sideshow is on its way. I had it... I was on the cusp of canceling it, and then I looked and saw that it was on waitlist, and I was like, oh, no, send me that. She'll be here on Tuesday, so I'll probably do a video unboxing of her and publish it to the channel, so look forward to that. Yeah, dude, that's... Brandy Woods speaks for us all here. We miss you so much that being rusty does not matter. Some of the best streams are the ones after long pauses, like take 3-hour one in... Like that 3-hour one in PC. Piper, what are you doing? What are you wagging your tail about? By the way, Piper? Totally... Yeah, you can't tell Terry's off his ADHD meds. Piper is doing really, really well. She's put on so much weight. She's got so much energy. Today she was just wandering all over the house like a sighted dog. Not really, because she kept bumping into shit. Wouldn't be the first time. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so let's... Oh, Christ. It's like I came to class without my pencil. Okay. I know there's a screwdriver in the work. Where are you going? Where are you going? You got somewhere to be? Where do you think you gotta be? Well, shucks. Ooh. Ha ha! Speaking of Gamora, there was a screwdriver right there at her base. All right, let's see what I need to do here in order to make this thing sing. You get it. You get it. Oh, it's doing that thing. Yeah, where it goes to a certain point, where the screw goes to a certain point, and then you feel it click because it missed. Oh, the batteries are in here. Okay, do I need to remove a plastic strip or something? Look at this thing. Isn't it cool? Okay, apparently I don't need to remove a plastic strip. And the batteries are included. They are, however, button cells, which everybody loves. Not really. Okay. So we have this nifty little holo projector thingy. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to work. That's a bummer. Okay. Who are we going to talk to? So you can take this... Man. Oh, that's... Okay, there is an actual direction that it has to go in. This might be one of those unboxings that discourages people from actually picking up, but look how cool this is. Like, I was figuring that there's got to be, like, some way. There he goes. Yeah, there's got to be some way that I can, like, feature this on the show. But wow, man, how cool. It does feel a little bit small. But maybe that's because I'm judging by the scale of the one that's on my Commander Cody legendary scale bust. I don't know. I don't know. What else was in there? This allegedly does something. It's like, I feel like... I mean, what's going on with these batteries? All the batteries are clearly inside. But nothing's working. I hate it when I open my toys and they don't work. So yeah, this should work. But it's not. Okay, let's flip these batteries. Maybe they put the batteries in backwards so that they don't actually. Okay. Yeah, nothing's working here. Nope. Battery's going crazy. Okay. Alright, well, sorry to disappoint everybody. What size are these? LR44s. I do not have any LR44s. I'm almost certain of it. I did just go on a battery buying binge. Consonants. Okay, so power's on. And there are buttons on either side.
This is General Kenobi. We have your transmission.
Did you get that?
I'm dispatching Commander Cody to bring you back.
Don't know what that is. I guess that's just an activation noise.
You and I are going to give Grievous a little parting gift. We'll have to stand and fight.
Good times! Oh, I get texts. Oh! There's an on-off switch on the base of the emitter. I'm getting assistance from afar. Yeah, it's not working though, bro. I feel like the on-off switch was on when I took it out of the box. So maybe the batteries have exhausted themselves. One sympathizes. I have done this before. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I guess I just need to get new LR44 batteries for this. And then, of course, there's the non-battery powered. I'm actually doing this right now just so I can create. I'm going to generate a an emoji from this, and another one from this. Does that work? No. Even Master Yoda doesn't have a midichlorian count that high.
A great leap forward often requires first taking 2 steps back.
That was a different act. Huh, okay. Okay, the good times. Alright, so that's fun. I had to get this one from eBay. I don't even know if they still sell those at Galaxy's Edge anymore. If anybody actually gets to go to Galaxy's Edge on a fairly regular basis, then feel free to let me know. But I feel like these would make for pretty cool display pieces. Let's see. Just sitting on a desk like that, right? Yeah, or on a shelf. So yeah, that'll be fun. My sister's texting me too. Wow. My sister's flown like 600 hours this month or something like that. Is that even legal? Holy crap, it's 10:11. It's time to get posing. Okay. That goes here. This goes here. So, today's today's figure is this guy. Oh, yeah. Now, then, interestingly enough, now, just look at that box. All right, you can just look at that box and know that this is going to be something special. You've got the Mark 7 armor, which is, by and large, most people's favorite Iron Man armor from the MCU. And you've got it in a very Silver Centurion-esque paint scheme, which I appreciate. When I started collecting Iron Man, the very first Iron Man comic book that I collected was the debut of the Silver Centurion armor. And that's pretty exciting. But look how that is the backdrop, which I'm normally not into. But if you pull this thing out and look at it up close, what you recognize is that there are silhouettes of all the different characters from the MCU. Like there's Thanos right there, and there's Captain America right there. You've got Black Panther's symbol. You've got Mjolnir right here. There's Ant-Man, Cap's shield, Falcon. That's another Cap, or maybe, who knows? Maybe it's U.S. Agent. And yeah, there's so I would imagine that everybody is represented here. Like there's Doctor Strange. Oh, that's clearly an Iron Man. Hawkeye. Who's that with a sword? That might actually be Black Widow. Although sitting next to Hawkeye, part of me wants to think that it's Mockingbird, but I know we saw Mockingbird in what was it, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? But it would be really nice to see her fully realized. And yeah, keep Adrian Palicki, or Placky, or Palicki, whatever her last name is. I can't remember. Oh, man. Just going to be very gentle with that box because it's lovely. There we go. As usual, you've got the embossed name of that particular armor that we're showcasing here today, the Mark VII D100 version. Happy 100th anniversary, Disney. I'm going to pop this out. So there's the base. And I don't think, yeah! All the tape has already been removed. Because, as I said earlier, I actually took this thing out of the box. Oh! But I still get surprised and delighted every time that I open it up, and I feel like it's so choice that I want to be wearing gloves. But I'm not gonna. I've already created too many delays in this show. But look at him! Look how cool he is. And if I'm gonna get it close enough so that you guys can actually see that brushed metal look that's going on in all the silver portions of the armor. So you've got the glossy hot rod red that we're accustomed to with most of the Iron Man armors, but the metal parts are just really on point. You got two different, just a minute, want to make sure I'm not, yeah, on the arms there you can see you got two different tones of silver and gunmetal gray almost. Look how good that is. So here's the real question. Did I leave the batteries in? Ha! Ha ha! I left the batteries in. So we're actually going to do something on this channel today that we don't typically do, and that's actually have an Iron Man figure with the light up features. So, audience participation. Do we want awesome museum pose? Looking at you, Paul. Do we want ground pound pose? Or do we want some other kind of action pose? I think I know what the answer is going to be. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't be ogling this thing the way that I am right now. There's just like no time, and I do hate dead air, despite my propensity for it. Out of the way, box. Out of the way, book. Bumping microphones. Oh, Keith Lee, I just found your prize. It's sitting here at my feet. All right. Hey, Paul, look. There's a Strike a Pose sticker. Good times. Good memories. Okay, there's the Apple box. My favorite beer gut Iron Man. That's an interesting. Iron Man dance. Let's see, what else we got here? Awesome museum pose from TK421. Let's, yeah. Oh, were you at, did Paul ask if it was diecast? Because it is. It's so diecast. Get out of the way, microphone. Yeah, the superhero landing pose always does look great with Iron Man, but I've done it to death. Oh, yeah, you're right. I should totally kiss him. Thanks, John. That's going to be another emoji. Iron Man at a tender embrace with Tony Stark. That's just improper. Strike a pose. Rob the Wiener. I don't know, whatever. Walk like an Egyptian Iron Man. No. I like to most of the time I like for my figures to maintain some dignity. In fact, that was the whole reason behind the onset of How to Be a Poser, is because I recognized that people needed guidance. Not to sound too arrogant, but yeah, there was a need, and we filled the need. Now the need is no longer filled. Well, it is actually filled quite a bit by so many other people who are doing the same thing and doing it better than I did. Where? Oh, where? Excuse me. I think that this is going to require a stand. Now, I'm going to go all in. Yeah, I'm going to swap body parts, armor pieces, whatever you want to call it. Let's skip this track. Nope. Now check out this stand. Base. Look at the industrial look of that thing, man. I mean, isn't that strong? And it also features, the Marvel logo also features, similarly to the backdrop, all the different icons for all the different Marvel characters from the MCU. I think that's, let's see, yeah, just icons on this. There's, yeah, I'm seeing an Infinity Gauntlet. I'm seeing, yeah, it's all just icons. Which is cool. Really cool, actually. Wow, how into this do I want to get? And here we have a stand. A flight stand. My favorite kind of stand. Screws right into the base. Heisman Trophy pose. I am not a football guy, so I have no idea what that means. Yeah. Anybody can do that. That actually was what I was going for. Thank you, Liza. Where is... There it is. Oh, cool. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because this is actually the waist grabber support that comes with the other variants of the Mark 7. So yeah, that's cool. Pop that off. Slide that on. Oh, that's on there loose. All right, so he's not going to be flying in this. I'm not going to do a flying pose. I think I did a flying pose in the first look. So if you want to see him flying, then maybe visit that. Is this small enough that it would work on this? I don't know. My God. Yeah. This might be my favorite screwdriver. I'm just kissing everything today. Screwdrivers, figures, Polly's ass. I have no idea what that means. Okay, that's too low. You're too low, Cougar. He's big. He's really big. Okay, so we don't need the rocket pods open because we're not using that particular... Oh, right. Okay, so we're going to put a rocket on his right arm? I can't see. Christ, I've gone blind. That was actually a Highlander quote. That's a deep cut. Speaking of which, has anybody heard anything about the John Wick director doing a new Highlander movie with Henry Cavill? You know, Hot Toys is usually pretty... Oh, there we go. It's the left one. Excuse me. I've got COVID. It's not true. You know you want it. Okay, left hand. Oh, see, look at all this. So freaking rad. Did I even... Is something missing here? Something is missing here. Oh, it found it. All these different pieces that lift up and... God, I feel like I'm just... I feel like there's stuff that I forgot about when I did the video. If only I'd read the directions, right, Paul? Actually, Bitter Troll, he's yeah. From what I understand, it's gonna feel like a prequel to the original. With yes, Henry Cavill starring as Connor McLeod. So I, for one, am hyper jazzed about that because I worshipped the original when I was in high school. Patrick is saying that yeah, that is the rumor. Speaking of big, yeah, Henry Cavill is also really big. All right, so arm out like that. So we're gonna take this guy and scooch him over. Actually, let's replace the armor bits first. So to that end, we gotta pop off. I don't think that part was supposed to pop off. But it did. Club 6 scale, once again in full effect. In Casa de la Terry. Casa de la Poser. That's on. Bring this around. So he's going to be firing this rocket, or getting ready to fire this rocket, I should say. Arms up, arms out, rotate, lift. Get that in a much more interesting position. There we go. Oh yeah, that thing just pops right off of there. Which is fine. It's friction fit. So, and yes, that is industry terminology. Hope that's not an NDA violation. That would be weird, right? Alright. Come on, man. You can do this. It's really tight. Oh, Q Keith Lee! Okay. So since that arm's extended, we want the other arm to be doing something to counterbalance that. So you've got to always like go for symmetry. So I'm going to remove this hand and give him something more. Let's see. There's a hand that actually features. Look at the flexibility on that foot. So there's a hand that actually features digits. So since I've got this hand with a fist, I'm going to have this arm back to kind of create an imbalance, and I want those digits to be just kind of slightly flexed, but not all the way. And one of the things that I like to do, and I've picked this up from like comic book art and stuff like that, as I picked up most of the things that I do, but slightly bend each digit a little bit more as you go from index finger out. Like this one will be slightly bent, this one a little bit more, this one a little bit more, and then the index, and then the little finger would be like the most bent of all of them. So I'm gonna work that. There. Hey Paul, while I got you, if you're still here, I ripped out the armpit of my Spider-Man, quarter scale Spider-Man. Crazy, right? That's totally a thing that I would do. All right. While I'm doing this, I want to go ahead and point out that, remind people what I said earlier, that I'm going to be doing, I have already shot, and I'm ready to edit and scripted, because I'm going to be doing scripts, because Sometimes my rambling is good, sometimes it's not. But I've got 3 videos coming your way so far. Turnaround videos for channel members. There will be a turnaround video of the final pose for Black Panther original suit. There will be a final pose for Nightmare Batman and Superman for that set that I did a couple weeks ago. And what's the third one? I feel like it was a woman. Yeah. I don't freaking remember. I'll just pull it up here. Oh, no, it's not a woman. Or is it? It's Megatron. All right. Now, the head doesn't turn a lot because of those pauldrons on the side. Those will eject, by the way, so I could have the option to take that off and take those off, and you might be able to turn the head a little bit more. But I think that for our purposes here, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to mess with that because those pauldrons look mean as hell. So I'm just going to drop him down a little bit, get a little bit of a wider stance. I was going to say I was going to spread his legs, but Keith Lee's in the chats, and that's just a dangerous thing to say. And I think I'm going to have him like stepping back, like he's going back on his back leg when he brings that arm up. So let's see if I can do this without... The ideal way to do Iron Man poses, in my estimation, is to try to, while they do give you the option to extend the torso and to drop the legs and to lift little flaps around the hips or out of the way to give you more range of motion, the less you have to do that, the better. Because the more you do that, the more you utilize those components, the less realistic the armor looks. It doesn't like flow as well as it does in the films, for obvious reasons. So I'm going to try to minimize the amount that I have to do that. I may be successful, I may not, I don't know. Let's do a little bit of see if I can do a little bit of a torso twist, and the answer to that is no. This is a tight armor. So I'm going to twist that around, and then I'm going to try to drop it back down. And I can, that's great. And I'm going to drop this arm just to keep his shoulders from being perpendicular, parallel to the ground. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not a good look. There we go. And by doing so, and by crunching him a little bit, I also give myself a little bit more play with that head. God, it's just, they don't give you a lot of room, do they? Move that out. Fun. Okay. Breaking stuff to look tough. And now I'm nervous because I can't see it. So I'm afraid my first step I'm going to break it. Or have a Lego moment. Just kidding. I'm actually wearing flip-flops. So. Alright, let's rotate that hand around because I wanted to be doing this sort of a thing. Ugh, it's a challenge. I'm losing hairs. Giveaway. Giveaway. What was that? There was a comedian that was having a conversation with Matt Rife. And on her podcast. Did I just... Oh, okay. Legitimately felt like the torso just broke. Just popped off as I was bending it. Instead, what was happening was the bend was actually forcing the extension of the torso segments. And I think... Let's see if I can tilt it. Nope. The thing of it is that with armored characters in general, what you're gonna realize is that sometimes you kind of have to imagine that he's not looking straight ahead, that he's kind of just like doing this, but you can't see his eyes. So that's what's gonna have to happen in order to get this to work. Fuck. Rocket keeps popping off. Thing about things that are friction fit is that they don't always, the more you take them out and put them back in, Keith Lee, the more you wear them out. They won't do it in perpetuity. Trying to see if there's anything else that I can do here that's fun. But I think for this, my purposes here, this is done. Let me pop this off. Where, oh where is the switch? Christ, I can't see anything. There we go. There it is. Like that. Good. And last but not least, back plate. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that off because you're not going to see it. Let's spin it. And there it is. I'm going to clear this off. If I can find the thing. There we go. Is that focusing on that? I'm going to need... There we go. That definitely helps. There we go. Just trying to bounce some light here for it. Let's see, I'm gonna rotate it around a little bit. Because I've done that thing where I have my camera set on f1.8 because I can. It's probably not the best policy. But yeah, let's reflect some of that there on there. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Not the pose. I'm not being, you know, arrogant here or anything like that. But it just such a good looking armor, man. Wow. I lack foam core. It's all the way in the other room, and I've left this chair unmanned for way too long already today, and I don't want to have to do it again. So, do I want to? I do not condone the use of Loom Cube. I don't. I'm not a Loom Cube fan. Admittedly, I've never tried using them before, and I'm too comfortable with the light setup that I have. And I just, no. They're too small. They're too small. The lighting that they provide is way too specular, and I like to get a softer light, especially with my rim lighting. And I just don't want to. I don't want to take that step. I feel like there are some people out there doing great stuff with Loom Cubes, but their style is completely different from my own. What's this? Wow, I found some museum putty. That's always handy. I wonder where that went. Let's see this. I'm trying to remember how this actually goes. I guess there are multiple ways that you can put this backdrop up, but... yeah. Alright. Is the studio set up to stream from there so you have more light for posing? Which studio? This studio? This is the live stream studio, and then there's the photo studio. The photo studio has much better lighting. And I'm actually... One of the things that I'm doing this week with the photo studio is to set it up to be a second live stream studio. So for different type... For what I'm doing here on Saturday Morning Toytoons, this is ideal. But if I wanted to, say, do an unboxing of a statue, it wouldn't work. So I'm exploring other ways to do live streams for things like that. Paulie's leaving, everybody. Gotta bounce, brother. Gonna catch the rest on replay. Love the pose, though he should be more dynamic, maybe upside down. Love you, man. Thanks for showing up. It was good to see you here today. And I'll try to tune in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I have nothing to do at all, so it won't be a problem. So yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody there. Before I move on to Tony, I'm gonna bring in a couple more Mark 7s. Danger, Will Robinson, danger! Could be catastrophic. There we go. 1 Mark 7. Gotta clear this off so everybody can see it. Arrgh. And I've got this one on display back there with this cool little hologram of the Mark 7 on its way to Tony. Let's go ahead and slide this over. And hopefully nothing breaks when I do. And then I'm gonna go get Midas. I'll be right back. There we go. I think these are the only 3 Mark 7 variants that Hot Toys has produced. Am I wrong there? Somebody feel free to correct me. There we go. Now you can see them all. So there we go. Dusty. There you go. Hey guys, good to see you. Of course, you all get to see the cool stuff. I just have to look at Iron Man's butts, collective butts. It was in another room, Linda, but I'll go grab it. There we go. Is that better? Let me crank up the light a couple notches. There we go. Voila. Patrick Sanamore say Mark 7 party protocol. I like it. America's die-cast asses. Yeah. You can't get die-cast without ass. That I've got to say, I'm just going to come out and say it, that pose for Midas is one of my favorite poses that I've ever done. Commander Green likes it too. That's cool. Wow. Yeah, they look great, don't they? Really, really happy. Oh, there's a hair. I guess that's what happens when you dust your figures with your hair. Anyway, I think that's enough. You can always screen cap it if you want to look at it even longer. Yeah, that one needs a little bit of dusting. I'm gonna dial that back down and move these guys back in because they are Precarious. Then how much time we got? Do I have time to do Tony? Carefully, carefully. All right. "15 minutes? Yeah, Brandy, the Boba Fett music. Nailed it. Hey, yeah, a bit, right? Oh, it was nothing important, man. That was just the hologram fell, which as I was carrying it, I was like, that hologram's gonna fall. And it did. Of course it did. Persnickety hologram. I love this figure so much. You know what else I've got down there? Is also from this, Oop. Yeah, true. Defying Gravity, if that's what you're talking about. But there's a, there's the other Tony Stark from Iron Man 3 that they also did, which has all the different elements of his, it's not the mech test version. The mech test version is from Iron Man 1. This version that I have downstairs is the one from the beginning of Iron Man 2 when he's, hey, Jarvis, drop my needle. So, yeah, it's, that's kind of cool. And I've never opened it. It's flawed. I got it from somebody at Sideshow who got in a giveaway. It's missing, I think it's missing an ankle joint from one of Tony's feet. And I've got spares. So, easy peasy mac and cheesy. I traded him something for it. I can't remember what it was, but there's Tony. Let's slide that up. Arrgh. Does that work? Yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to show it to you in the box. This is not an unboxing. This is a posing session. We don't have time. He's got his guns and that wrist, that single shot repulsor thing. Single shot repulsor thing. There you go. Workshop. Thank you, Keith Lee. Do you have that one? I can't remember. I was just marveling at Keith Lee's display the other day at his birthday party. And, it's pretty freaking cool. He's got some stuff. Look at all this stuff. I keep forgetting. And this is the one that doesn't have as much stuff. But we've got... Oh my god. Yeah, this is all the stuff that goes into the backpack. So you can see all those different mechanical elements. You've got the holographic mask for controlling the Mark 42. If it decides to focus on it. There we go. As well as a couple different... Here we got the Tony sunglasses. Oh my god, I'd forgotten how much stuff came with this. And then let's just check out that portrait. And it's while it's good, Keith Lee is saying, and I'm seeing in the comments, Keith is saying that that's not the best Stark head sculpt from Hot Toys. It's not, but it's not bad either. It's still perfectly awesome. Yeah, I think it's great. Let's get a little closer on that. Yeah, it's really strong. Huh. One of his hands fell off. How did I not notice that? It's not like I'm running a live stream right now and totally distracted. Okay, so what am I going to do with this? How crazy do I want to get? Fight Club Tony. Yeah, that's it. You know, I've never put this holographic accessory onto him. Look, it's got... See? It's still got the plastic on it. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, check it out. So, that's fun, right? Oh my god. I keep trying to figure out what's going on with this. I think that it's still trying to focus on me because of my eyes. Yeah. But that's cool. I don't even know if I have it on his head right. I have a smaller version of this that would be more appropriate, but this is the only one that I have here. Wow, that's a lot of lint I'm getting off of here. There we go, that'll help. Everybody needs a lint roller of some sort. Make Tony kiss the suit. Who's it? Is that? Oh, Simo said it. Okay, I thought I was gonna guess that was Bitter Troll. And I was like, you dude, man, you've got to be. Let's see. I honestly don't know which way this backpack is supposed to go. Okay, I'm gonna have to pop off the head. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. But this head is going to have to come off in order for it to go over, and I'm really worried about snapping something. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Okay. Good job, as always, Hot Toys. Okay. Get that back in there. Okay, I'm going to have to take the mask off. So I'm going to scratch it or ding it or something. Oh boy, that's not ideal. The neck post came out. When I tried to take the head off, the whole neck post came out. Oh, looks like Keith Lee's... Oh, Bad Wolf is leaving? Oh. I broke a nail. Alright, I'm just going to try shoving it in there and hope that it works. And it did. Pop goes to the head sculpt. In that good way. Alright, I'm not going to mess around with all these accessories, y'all. We don't have time. I'm just going to try to hit a pose with this guy. And, But which pose? Oh, I know what I want to do. Yeah, okay. He's got parts. Where's the leg at? There it is. Yeah, it's also not the best best paint job on armor by any stretch. But it looks like what I got to do here. I don't want to say it was right leg, no, left leg, right arm. So off goes that. then you gotta really, really wrap tightly that the pants. And this might be a place where tweezers would come in handy. Do I have any here? I feel like I saw some. Or did they all get moved into the studio? Maybe not my smart display bringing in this. No, that works. Okay. Pull it up. Ooh. Balls. Man, I was just sitting here like, man, I wish I had a pair of needle nose pliers. That never happens. That never happens. So I got to pull out that ball joint from within the boot. What's that, a boot? Sorry to all my Canadian friends. Boop. Okay, that's not gonna work. So we gotta do it, how you say, old-fashioned way. There we go. Voila. So that's rad. So now he's got some leg armor. Now comes the tricky part. Hey Terry, I'm considering getting the Mark 50. I'm going to go and bring up that comment so that people have something to look at other than me. What's your opinion on that armor? It's long been... At one point, it was my favorite armor. And now I'd say that it's in my top... Definitely my top 5, possibly in my top 3. I love it. I love it, and I love the accessory set. The accessory set is amazing. So if you get one, and I think Sideshow continues to offer really awesome deals on that get-up. Oh, wait. Keith Lee, help me out. Was he wearing the hoodie when he had the armor? Oh, there's a zipper. I love zippers. Legitimately have a scar on my hand from a zipper. There we go. Holy crap. I didn't know that. It's magnetized. That's rad. I like it. Okay, so he was flying. He had... Do I have the light up feature on? No, I didn't put batteries on it. Oh well. Y'all are fine with that, right? Does he have a repulsor palm? Okay, this is, yeah, I remember. This is all taking me back because this is, they used a completely different process for this design compared to what they're doing with it now. And that's fun. But, there's also, I need to remember how to do things all over again. Like there's see this, you pop the hand off, but then the cover for the top of the armor comes off as well. It's on a little ring, so you have to slide that over the light and get it all the way in there before you add the repulsor palm. There we go. And let's see. Does he have a pistol? Yeah, gun here. Yes, he does. Okay, so I'm changing how I'm doing things here. Yeah, Keith Lee is seconding my my comments about the Mark 50. Yeah, definitely one of the stronger, in my opinion, one of the stronger armor designs to come out of the MCU, and given the price that you can get it for these days, it's a very, very smart pickup. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunning, stunning figure. Especially if you don't go overboard. I've got mine in there. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull it out as soon as I lob that one at you, Keith. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull that one out as soon as I get done with this pose. Allegedly get done with this pose. Looking for guns right now. Mac 10. Okay. And I'm basically doing a Mythos version of this because I'm pretty sure he wasn't wearing his hoodie by this point in the film. Let's see, rotate, rotate. Trying not to break the arm. Get that finger in the trigger guard. I'm gonna rotate this torso, enabling me to get that arm out there a little bit more. Rotate that a little bit. There's a hair there that we don't want. It's not desirable. I'm going to point that foot a little bit. That out. Rotate that back. Oh yeah, having this Patrick's got to go. Yeah, I'm thinking everybody's probably getting tired of looking at me do stuff. I need to really accelerate this process a little bit. And I apologize. Oh, that's unfortunate. It comes with a... It doesn't come with a flight stand. And all of my spare flight stands are in use at the moment. But this is how I would display them. Let's see if I can't balance it and fake it. Just for the purposes of this. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, there we go. And you can see that I'm basically... He's basically got his foot balanced right down here, and I've rested it up against the base, which just barely makes it work, but it does work. Kind of blew me away. Yeah, dude, I've got both versions of the Mark 85 on the top shelf of a DTOF in my bedroom. That's how much I dig that armor. It's very, very, very cool. What? I explain this a little bit more. You mean you're ready to move on from the Mando era? This is for Tupac. But yeah, it's looking cool, man. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to just do... I was just going to pose it up for this and then put it back in the box. But I'm kind of tempted to find, to drag out now the Mark 42. Not today. Don't worry. Nobody panic. I'm not going to do another posing session today. For one thing, my voice is almost gone. But, yeah. I reckon that's probably it for the stream. I'm sorry that I'm sure that I missed a ton of comments. I feel like there were a lot of people in here today. And, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I just love this mask, so I'm going to have to put it on him. Even though it's not remotely screen accurate. I am just throwing everything out of whack today. There we go. That actually looks a little cooler. All right, guys. That's it. that's it for today. I've got to get my puppy outside. She has not been outside in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I guess. No, 2.5 hours. So I'm surprised she hasn't. Actually, I'll probably walk in the kitchen and find that she's peed there. But yeah, very, very strong figure. Still holds up. Again, the paint on this is a little bit dull, flat. But for what it is, I like it a lot. Anyway, guys, love y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for watching me play with dolls, as always. And hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week following that. And for all those of my friends in the States, be careful because it's amateur night. Watch out for the other driver. And as always, until next time, be good to your plastic. Did I forget anything? I feel like I've forgotten something. Like there was something else I was going to do on the show. Anyway, maybe I'll do another pop-up live stream. See you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye now.